Jamaican boutique girl, Tanya, and today we'll be discussing, as the title says, starting a boutique business in Jamaica. And this can go for any kind of business, but I am going to be specific to boutiques and some of the steps that I took after my disaster with Shein to start my boutique business. Alright, so stay with me, learn a few things. So I have my list here, so from time to time I'll be looking down on it. All right, so here we go. So the first thing you will need is you need to know what you will be selling, whether it's clothes, shoes, jewelry, handbags, or handbags and jewelry or accessories overall. Whatever you'll be selling, you will need to know. So you can't go into it and say, I want to start one boutique, but I don't know what I want to sell. No, you need to know what you want to sell. It's very important, because then it will help all of your decisions moving forward. Now, after you've decided what you want to sell, you need to figure out who you're going to get it from. Now, if you're selling clothes, then you know that you'll need some wholesale vendors. Wholesale vendors are now a dime a dozen, but there are a few preliminaries that you might need to get to order from a wholesale vendor. All right, and I'll tell you that later on. But yes, you'll need some more than just deciding to sell stuff to buy from a wholesale vendor. So you'll need to A, know what you're going to sell, and B, know who you're going to get it from. It's very important. Now, I'm giving you some of what you would say now, the soft skills, and then I'm going to provide you with some of the tangibles that you will need to start the business. Now, in addition to knowing what you want to sell, knowing who to get it from, you need to research. Is what I'm about to sell, do people need it? Will I be filling a gap? Right? Is there a need for this product? Is there persons who need what I'm going to sell? For example, I sell plus size clothing. There was a gap as it concerns stores or boutiques for plus size clothing, and when you did find them, they were exuberantly expensive. I'd walk into a store and their largest size would be XL. Some stores, their XL could fit me, but not all of them. And I felt discriminated against. To be honest, sometimes I felt bad, because I'm like, it's not that hard. There has to be people who sell clothing that fits me, because, I mean, everybody with fat can't out here to walk up and down naked. You understand me? So you need to find out, basically, who sells what you're going to, who sells what you want to sell, and if they're really filling the need that the customers have. Is there any gaps at all that exist within that circle, and can you fill it? What problem will you be solving when you start this business? For example, plus size bra, or even women who are not plus sized, have really big boobs. Bras are super expensive and they are very difficult to find, the really good kind. So then you have to say, will me getting bras or selling bra, will I make money from it? Yes? No? So that's what you have to look into. It's a gap. You're going to fill it, right? So you solve a problem for someone, right? So that's one way of deciding what you want to sell. Now that you've decided what you want to sell, you've figured out or solved a problem for somebody, I'd want to say niche down, but we kind of touched on that earlier. You want to niche down, and the reason you niche down, or the reason you pick a niche, it's easier for you to A, market, B, find your ideal customer, C, get products. But if you're all over the place, if your mind is all over the place, or your business is all over the place, it's going to, one, confuse you, and it's going to be confuse your customers because they're not sure what to expect from you. For example, again, I'm using myself here as an example. I sell plus size clothing. Someone comes to me, they already know I sell plus size clothing. So the next question they're going to ask is, do you have a dress? Do you have a legging set? Do you sell pants? You understand me? Tell me in the comment below if I've lost you at any point at all. So when you niche down, it makes sure that people know where to find you and know that you provide this product. Example, again, a doctor, a general practitioner, he sees everybody who has every illness, right? And then he'll make referrals where necessary. But he's not the one who makes the big bucks. The one who makes the big bucks is the one who niche down. For example, a heart surgeon or a heart specialist, a gynecologist, ophthalmologist, a dermatologist. I can tell you off the bat right now, if I want a gynecologist or OBGYN, I'll definitely send you to my OBGYN, who is Dr. Harvey. And he's really good. He makes the big bucks. He's a permanent staff at Cornell Regional Hospital, and people know him. Someone would say, if you want to get pregnant, go to Dr. Harvey. If you want to keep the baby, go to Dr. Harvey. You understand me? Because they know him for what he does, because he niched down. Dr. Muirhead Green is my dermatologist. You see my drop names in this, is my dermatologist, but she's really good. Now, if someone wants a dermatologist, she's the first person I'll recommend because she niched down and she made a name for herself. Similarly, if you are starting a business, you would need to niche down. Make sure that whatever you're going to sell, it's specific to you and people know you for it. Yes, there are times where there are more people in the market who does this one thing, but you have to first brand it your own way, and then when people see it, they'll know it's you. You understand me? And we'll get further into branding down in the video, but understand that when you niche down, it helps you. Because let me tell you something, you know exactly how to market, you know exactly who to talk to, and you know exactly what you want to sell, and you'll always know that this is what you will supply, right? So it's very good to have a niche. As I just spoke a while ago, develop a brand strategy, right? You need to brand your business so people know it's you. That's why you say brand. When you think about Nike, you think about the hook stick, right? And just do it, right? That's Nike. When you think about the space looking shoes, you think about Yeezy and you think about Kanye West, right? Because that's their product. That's what you see when you see them. Now, in addition to that, you need to brand yourself so that people know who you are. Your brand should not imitate someone else's brand. It should definitely be all about you. So your brand will consist of a few things. Your brand will consist of the color palette you choose to advertise with. Your brand will include the way you speak to your customers, the tone in which you speak to your customers, whether it is going to be hot girl and bougie, whether it's going to be downtown, whether it's going to be uptown and classy, whether it's going to be a touch of American, a touch of Britain. It has to speak specifically to you, what your brand is about, right? An example would be me. Again, I'm using myself often here, I'm sorry, but an example would be me. I have mirrored, I'd want to say, a balance between uptown classy and downtown bougie, right? So on one hand, I sell really classy uptown hot girl pieces, and then on another hand, I sell grab and go, downtown ready to the supermarket errands kind of thing. And when a customer thinks about, oh, we want one legging set, oh yeah, Curvy Definition said legging set, right? Because I've branded myself that way. When somebody thinks, I want one nice classy dress to go on one wedding or one graduation, Curvy Definition sells it as well. So I have two different audiences that I speak to, but I brand myself so well that my customers are going to come to me. Then again, when you think about your brand identity, you think about how you launch your product, how you speak to your audience, how your audience knows how to identify you, the colors that you choose, the words that you use. Let's say you have one consistent word that you use all the time, the what you stand for as a business, that is your integrity, what your business aligns with. You understand me? People knows. If someone see one body rider shots out there, so with one see-through top where your nipples outside, they'll know that that's not me. You understand me? And if someone sees a nice legging set, they'll know it's me. I'm a plus size girl. I had one instance where I heard that a group of customers who purchases from me gathered in Kingston, didn't know each other, but the dresses they were wearing, they were unique to me, and customers could identify with it, that, oh, did you get that from Curvy Definition Plus? And you're like, yes, I did, right? So pretty much what I'm saying is that when you brand your business, people should be able to recognize you and know that this is exactly you. If you don't brand your business properly, then will not know how to identify you. That's one. And two, they will associate you with someone else. You understand me? Because it looked like the person there, it sounded like the person there, some was the person there, but when you check the name, it's not you. You understand me? So don't copy anybody. Find your own sound and march to the beat of your own drum. Alright? I think we're gonna have to have a whole video speaking towards branding, because I just touched the surface and you're going to need to know, because branding above all will help you to scale your business. Let's see what you will need. These are some of the tangibles that you will need. One, you will need vendors. You can find vendors if you Google. If you know how to use AliExpress really well, AliExpress can be a vendor. You can find vendors on there depending on what you want to sell. If you want to sell hair, and if you want to sell waist trainers, waist wraps, gadgets and stuff like that, AliExpress can be a great hub for you, right? That's definitely where you want to go for that. If you want to sell clothing and you want to find vendors, Orange Shine, LA Showroom, and FashionGo.net are definitely the places to go to, guys, because they connect you. They are a middleman between you and the wholesaler. So for all those websites, you will definitely need a business TRN or a registered business. Now, how will you register your business? You're going to go to Companies Offices of Jamaica. You're going to go online and you're going to look for business registration. You're going to go ahead, and before you even do that, you need to write down at least 5 or 6 names that you want to name your boutique or your business. And I've always seen this and I don't love it, and this is just a pet peeve of mine. You don't have to follow it, but when you're giving your business a name, do not just give your business a name like, oh, Sweet Pudding Clothing Boutique. Be careful when you're naming your business, because you're branding yourself, and when you're branding yourself, you want to make sure that it's something that is will probably become a household name, as well as people will remember, and then when someone looks at it, they can say, oh, this is what this is about. Additionally, when you're building a brand, yes, you can change name at any time at all, but I feel like you want to take yourself seriously, right? So take yourself seriously and give your business a name that will live on for you, right? So you don't have to always change it up, and then your customer will not know if it's you or not, right? So give your name something nice. It doesn't have to be elegant, but give it something that will resonate, and for years to come you can use it. When I just started, my boutique's name was Fashionista Plus JA, and when I went to register it, they were like, Miss, There are too much companies in the world with the name fashion as the beginner. You need to change it or find something else. Even though it was fashionista and it was still unique, there were a lot of businesses that had the name fashion this or fashion that or fashion model or fashion trends. So it was so overly used, I wouldn't stand out. So I had to go and sit down, and I came up with a few. I came up with Curvy Essence. Even though curvy is a very regularly used business name, I felt Curvy Definition Plus was really good for a business name, and when they searched it, it wasn't very popular at the time, and I was so glad that I got it. But yes, and even so till this day, I probably, if I get the opportunity again, would change it, because there are so many other businesses with the name Curvy, that so much so that other businesses are mistaken for mine, and I'm mistaken for other businesses, because sometimes on Instagram people will send me things that is not meant for me, obviously, or they'd send me someone else's picture and ask me a question about it. I'm like, wrong boutique, babe. So you want to be mindful of that. So you need at least 5 names when you go to register your business, so that when they search, because it's a worldwide search, because when you think about trademarks and stuff like that, no 2 businesses in the world can exist with the same name or be registered with the same name. I know Kim Kardashian and Lori Harvey has similar business names. I don't know how they're working that out, but yes, you have to be mindful of the name that you choose. After you choose your name, you will need, at the time I did mine, I might need to do some research on this. If I do the research, I'll put it somewhere on the screen as to how much it now costs to do a registration of a business name or a registration of a business. I think when I did it was $2,500 for 14 days. I got it back sooner though. I got it back in about 7 to 8 business days, I think. So you can do that. So you don't need to pay anybody any $10,000 or anything like that to get your business name registered or your business registered. So yeah, you'll need, again, I'll change that if I find the correct information and it has not been changed, $2,500 to register, and you'll need at least 5 different names, so that when the system searches, then it can basically tell you that, oh, this name is available. If it's not available, you have 4 other names to pick from. Alright, so know that you've had your business name and you're now official. You'll need to register for the sites that I mentioned. Please go back, rewind the video, see what those names are, and once you go on there, they'll ask you for your EIN number, or I don't remember what else they call it, but because they're mostly American based, they call it EIN number. But you will put in your business registration number, the one right underneath your business name. You'll put in that number. They'll ask you for the actual certificate, so you need to scan the certificate to upload it to those sites. You will need a valid identification form, whether it's your ID, your driver's license, or your passport to register for the site. You need a business address, which you would have given when you were signing up or registering your business. So you put that address in there as well, and you put in your name and so on and so forth. It takes about 24 hours to 48 hours for you to be registered on those sites, and they'll send your approval in your email. It is also important for you to have a business email address, whether it's your business name at gmail.com, or you have a website and you have a business email extension of that website. I'll definitely touch on those in other videos, but just for now, just grazing over it. So you'll need an actual or formal email address. It just makes things better and easier for you, and it's easier for them to associate your business with those emails. Alright, so after you've registered for those sites, you will get the opportunity to browse. Now, shipping Shipping. There are so many disparities as it concerns shipping into Jamaica, but what I've found is that there are a lot of third-party freight forwarders in Jamaica that you can pretty much sign up for or sign up with to ship your goods into the country. I'm on Montego Bay side of things, so I use Maxwell's shipping company. Maxwell just gave you free promotion, right? I use Maxwell's shipping company. You can comment down below if you want that information, and I use them to ship goods into the country. They do all their custom stuff and stuff like that. They're customs broker, so they do all of the custom stuff for me, and I just pay them 35% of whatever I paid for the goods. So that's how I get my stuff into the country. And it's very important that you have this down packed, and you know you have all this money set aside. For me, I think the ideal amount that you would need to shop and ship goods into the country, I don't want to give a raw figure, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a preliminary. Now, let me get a pen. I don't have a pen. Here we go. Now, let's say the dollar is I calculated at 160 because credit card companies or different banks charge you different rates. So I put it at 160 for the US dollar, right? Now, for most, what you would call it, vendor sites or most vendors, they have a minimum order total. So for one of my vendors that I shop with regularly, their minimum order value or minimum total is 150 US dollars. Now 150 US dollars times 160 by 160 would be anywhere between, I'd want to say 24 to 25,000. So you budget 25,000. And that $150, if you're a new starting up boutique where you didn't save up a whole lot of money to start this boutique, $150 can get you quite a bit of stuff. Once again, you know what you're going to sell, right? So be careful, because you can blow up $150 in no time, and when you look, you don't have nothing to sell. So you have to be mindful. So with that $150, let's say you're buying dresses, you can get like 3 packs or 5 packs of, no, you can get, I'd want to say you can get about 3 to 4 packs of dresses with $150. Basics, right? You can get anywhere between 3 to 5 packs of dresses, and that's a really good start. Once you market it properly and you launch it properly, that's a really good start. Now 35% of that 25 or $150 would be anywhere between, I would want to say, about $40 to $60, and that would run you about 30 something thousand to get just inventory for your business. So that's not bad. So just inventory and shipping would run you that amount of money. Now, what else would you need? You'd need, I personally 100% believe in websites. I do. And my website that I have is with Shopify. Hope you wrote that down. Shopify. All right, pause this video, write it down. It's very important. Shopify will help you to scale your business in more ways than one. And because you won't be able to buy or pay employees right now, Shopify is a good place to start, because you can get small apps that can act as your employee until you build up to get one. All right. So I have Shopify, and Shopify for me is $29 per month. I'm sorry, it's raining, so I'm closing my window. All right. So Shopify is $29 per month. and that can be between, I'd want to say 4,000 something to 5,000 something, depending on where the dollar is, the Jamaican to the US dollar. And you need to build out your website, get yourself a domain name. Once you sign up with Shopify though, your website, you automatically get the domain name with the website. Once you put it in, once you tell it what you want it to be, then you'll get that domain name. But if you don't want to, you can get a domain name from GoDaddy. My preferred one is Namecheap, and you can also get a business email address from Namecheap as well. So you'll need somewhere to sell your products, right? So a lot of people start out selling on Instagram, but I think it is best to start out with a website and start to train your customers to use websites. Another thing with websites is that it helps you to be more official. It helps you to track. It helps you to be mindful of your inventory and track your inventory. It helps you to see where you are in the month as it concerns the goals you've set for yourself. It helps you to communicate with your customers via email, as well as you can add additional applications that can help you to probably do text marketing, email marketing, that sort of thing. Additionally, I think people take you more seriously when you have a website, and I think you also take yourself more seriously when you have a website. So a website for me is quite important. So that's one way I recommend selling. If you are going to do a brick and mortar, that is a store with 4 walls and a roof, make sure that you're choosing a location that has good foot traffic. That is, where you will be located, people will be easy to find you, and it would be easy for you to bring in crowd based on your different promotional techniques, right? Because location, when you are starting a business, always location is key. All right, so that's one way you can choose to do a brick and mortar, or you can choose to use a website. For example, I'm online, I use a website, and I recommend Shopify. It's an e-commerce beast, and that's all I'll say about that. Okay. With your customers via email, as well as you can add additional applications that can help you to probably do text marketing, email marketing, that sort of thing. Additionally, I think people take you more seriously when you have a website, and I think you also take yourself more seriously when you have a website. So a website for me is quite important. So that's one way I recommend selling. If you are going to do a brick and mortar, that is a store with 4 walls and a roof, make sure that you're choosing a location that has good foot traffic. That is, where you will be located, people will be easy to find you, and it would be easy for you to bring in crowd based on your different promotional techniques, right? Because location, when you are starting a business, always location is key. All right, so that's one way you can choose to do a brick and mortar, or you can choose to use a website. For example, I'm online, I use a website, and I recommend Shopify. It's an e-commerce beast, and that's all I'll say about that. Okay. Alright, so I recommended registering your business. I recommend having a website. Another thing I recommend is a business bank account. Again, you take yourself more seriously when a lot of things are legitimate, but also make sure that while you take yourself seriously, you're doing the things to retain your business. I'll also do another video on that. I need to write these down, so I can do the videos. Right, so I recommend having a business bank account, and the sooner the better, because the less they'll require of you, because up to 18 months, I think they don't require much. But after 18 months, I think you also have to be audited. So just get it out of the way from the beginning of the jump. Just get it out of the way. Get yourself a nice little business bank account with either Scotia or NCB. I have mine with NCB. it was important for me to get a business bank account because I wanted to accept credit cards. And again, another reason to have a website, I wanted to accept credit cards on my website, and that was the only way I could do it. So I had to get a business bank account. Yes, a lot of people don't like to get business bank accounts or even register their business because they have to maintain the legitimacy of the business as well as taxes. Taxes. So you pay taxes because your business is not registered and it's in the Jamaican system, and you can get audited if you don't pay your taxes, and they can force you with a lot of penalties. So a lot of people shy away from registering and having business bank accounts because they're afraid of taxes. But taxes aren't bad. If you know how to manage it, it's not bad at all. So yes, I recommend a business bank account. When you have a business bank account, you can also get a business credit card, and then you and the business will become two separate entities. I think this video is very long, and I think I'm overwhelming you with information, but hang on with me for just a few more minutes. So you can get business credit cards, you can get business loans once your business plan is intact, because you will also, even if your business plan will not be shown to anyone, you need to create a business plan for yourself, right? Create a strategy as to how you sell, how you will launch, what your ideal customer look like, your customer avatar, what it looks like. A lot of the things I listed earlier too speaks to your business plan. Your branding strategy, your brand identity, your brand colors, your location, how you'll get funding, what else? Oh gosh, and I'm not remembering all of them at the top of my head. Your marketing and promotion strategy, stuff like that. Your tools you'll use to sell, whether it would be Instagram, Facebook, email marketing, text marketing, word of mouth, marketing through television, radio, that sort of thing. So you need to have those down pat as well. But going back to the business bank account, it allows you to have access to a lot of things, right? And again, you take yourself more seriously when you are more legitimate, right? And if for me, I feel like you're going to have your business for a very long time, so why not just get everything out of the way soon enough, right? This is very important, very, very, very important, especially if you're going to become a full-time entrepreneur and not have it as a side business. You will need at least 6 months worth of cash flow for your business, just to make sure that your business can stay afloat while you go through your little startup phase or growth phase or nesting phase. But I think it's a startup phase, right? While you go through that phase, you need to make sure that your business can survive. Additionally, if you're not able to pay your bills, you start to get discouraged. I don't want you to get discouraged. So going into it, at least have a way, whatever expenses your business will incur, whatever it is that your business will need to work, have at least a good portion of that money set aside. Money to pay light bill, money to pay water bill, money to pay internet bill, money to pay employees if you're going to have any, money to buy new inventory if you will need any, right? So ensure that you have some amount of cash flow, because if you don't, you're gonna get discouraged, especially if you're not making sales on a regular basis, and then you're gonna feel like you just need to stop because this isn't working. I implore you not to. All right. Now, another soft skill that you will need is mindset. You have to have a great mindset. You have to have a growth mindset. That is, you have to step away from a lot of things that you used to believe, a lot of the limiting beliefs that, oh, me can't do this, or oh, my family, few people them, they hold we down, we can't get nothing out of life, we can't turn nothing turn we in a curve. No, have to step away from that mindset. Additionally, you need a mindset that will help you to to push past a lot of the negativity around you and how to spin that negativity into positivity, because believe me, it is rough out here. You'll also need that mindset for when your family might think that you're doing something that doesn't make any sense, or your friends don't support you. You are firm in your belief, and that will help you to grow, right? Another growth mindset is that you are no longer at a place where things never used to happen to you. You're now at a place where things are going to happen for you. So you need to fix your mindset. Another soft skill that you will need is discipline. Yes, discipline. You can be inspired, you can be creative, you can be motivated, but you said discipline, is that girl there? You're gonna need her. Why do you need discipline? Because when you don't feel inspired, when you are not creative, and when you are basically not feeling it, you're not motivated, then what will happen? You won't get up and do anything. But when you are disciplined, you'll get up, because what your bills needs to be paid. Even if you feel some type of way about your business needs to still go on. So you will need discipline. All right, so discipline is quite important. There's so many times. Right now I just did a little content shoot. I should have done some behind the scenes for you guys. I might do some little shots of what I did and put it at the end of this video, but I'm so tired. My feet hurts. My feet hurts. The day was a little bit gloomy, but I decided that by the hook or the crook, I'm getting at least 3 pieces of content for 3 pieces of items, and I did 4, almost did 5, but I wanted to do this video before the sun went down so I could get the natural light. So I just stopped and said, okay, I'm gonna come and do this. So you have to have discipline. Discipline is important. You want to be hot girl, you want to have nice things, you want to have nice clothes, nice shoes, you want to go places, you want to travel. It is important to be disciplined, because if you're not, then your business won't stay afloat, because nobody can be disciplined for you. You can always find motivation after your discipline steps in, but if there's no discipline, the motivation might not come along. So yeah, those are my tidbits on how to start a boutique in Jamaica. If I missed anything at all, please comment down below and I'll be sure to do another video about it. For me, those are the preliminaries. Those are the things that you really truly need. A lie. Wait, you need a TCC. You need a TCC to start the business bank account. So you'll need a TCC, and you'll get that from the tax office, but your business has to first be registered to get the TCC, and you can apply for it online. They no longer do it inside the tax office anymore. You're gonna go to taj.gov. I think I'll put it in the little thing that comes somewhere here, what the name of the website is, for you to go ahead and sign up for its TCC. You will need to go to manage my e-services and apply for it there. It will tell you what you will need. The TCC, a lot of people didn't tell me this either, lasts only for 6 months. Some people get it from 3 to 6 months, so it expires pretty quickly. So you will need that to start the business bank account. Other than that, I can't think of anything that I had needed to start my business or to start it afloat. But if you need any guidance, I'm here to help. Just ask me a question, I'll be sure to answer you. But for sure, those are the things you need, and it will make the process much more smoother for you as a new boutique owner or someone who is just looking to start a boutique. Bye, until my next one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I got it. I'm your girl, the Jamaican boutique girl. Have a great evening, morning, night, whenever you're watching this video. Bye.